storytelling takes up hard drive space in your head. And if you feel connected to me, if you feel like we have a connection, even though this is virtual, if you feel we have a connection, the reason you feel it is because I'm taking up more hard drive space in your head. And when you feel really connected to someone, it's because we know a lot about that person. The more we know about someone, the more hard drive space they take up in our head, the more connected we feel. And the more powerful it is for us to be able to, embed information and ways for them to improve in stories. It actually makes us a more impactful communicator. And when we're talking about storytelling specifically, there are three wonderful chemicals that we can really evoke when we're using storytelling. So let's dive into these chemicals one at a time, and then I'm going to try to evoke those chemicals from you, even through the screen. So the four chemicals are, sorry, it's going to get a new roll. And then what I'll do is I'll make sure I get a copy of my horrible writing, and then I'll send that to you along with the videos. And I'll talk to you later today, at the end of today, how you'll be able to watch these videos back in replay if you'd like, and get a copy of this too. So there are four chemicals. The first chemical that is released when we're storytelling is dopamine. Please do remember, please do write these down as well. I believe in taking notes. It enhances the learning process. Now, when you tell a story that evokes dopamine, there's a few wonderful things that happen, a few very wonderful things. The first one is it increases people's focus. So their focus increases. But more than this, it increases attention. And more than this, it increases their memory, their retention ability. And on top of this, what's great about dopamine is it also helps increase the level of motivation that they feel. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play for you a story, and the reason I'm playing this for you and not telling you here is because I think the audience reaction here is important as well. So I've got a video of me sharing a story at my latest workshop, and I hope that this story will evoke some of these, a bit of dopamine from you and get these things happening. Your focus, your attention, the memory, and also a sense of motivation. And see if you feel it. And here's the video. I'll play it for you now. And the reason I'm playing this particular video is you can see all angles of my workshop. I do the record and review process for nearly every speech that I do and every workshop that I run. I don't only record myself, I record the audience as well, so I can watch me presenting and then their faces in the background and see when I'm being terribly boring. So that's why you're seeing a multiple angle view. I fundamentally believe in record and review. Okay, here we go, dopamine. I know I never really wanted to be an accountant, but I actually pursued the path of accounting. And in university in Australia, there's a period in your university years, your final year, it's called vacation period, where you have to go into a professional job that you're planning to study for. So for me, it was accounting. My dad arranged for me to work at KPMG in South Australia. He had his connections. I was fulfilling the prophecy. And I did work experience there for about 6 months. And there was this accounting partner who always had his hand in his pocket. Always had his hand in his pocket. I couldn't understand why. It was interesting. So I noticed him as a character because he never put his left hand out. It was fascinating. Bothered me. I wanted to know what's in there. And at the end of every day at work during the accounting firm, I would always do magic tricks for everybody in all the different departments. Marketing, I did it for everyone because I loved it. And one day this accounting firm owner, he comes out, the guy with the hand in the pocket. And I remember him coming up to me after I'd finished performing. He comes up and he goes, Vin, I'd like to see you in my office. And we go into his office and he says to me, he says, Vin, in 6 months' time, 2 things will happen. I'm going to fire you or you can quit. And to me, I was thinking, wait, why would you do this? I'm good at what I do. My dad's going to kill me. And he says, Vin, And he pulls out his hand for the first time. Sidetrack. Right now, your dopamine is at its maximum. Curiosity. And he has arthritis. And he goes, Vin, 30 years ago, I gave up the dream of playing piano for orchestras all over the world to build this damn firm. For the last 5 years of my life, I've gotten really bad arthritis. I can never play the thing I love most in my life ever again. You're in the wrong career. And I remember looking at him and saying, do you mind telling my dad that? That's absolutely marvelous. And bless his heart, he had dinner with my parents. And he was what my parents viewed as a successful man. And he helped my dad see something in me that my dad was afraid to see. My dad was afraid to see that I was good at magic. My dad was afraid to see that I was good at drama. That was the thing I was good at, and I wasn't good at math. And my dad was afraid to see what was in me. The reason I tell you this is that sometimes other people can see things in you that you can't see in yourself. And you have to give yourself the opportunity to meet with different people, find different mentors so that they can help you see the things you are blind to. Brilliant. Okay, so you see, that was dopamine. Brilliant. So again, that's a story that, again, in a way designed to evoke dopamine, to get you really engaged, hopefully get your attention and hold your attention, increase motivation a little bit as well. And we'll talk about how to collect stories tomorrow in each one of these different buckets. But the second chemical, now, moving to the second chemical. The second chemical, this is a very beautiful one. The second chemical is oxytocin.